Today we are going to go through a Thinkorswim trading platform tutorial and how to set up your charts, how to set up your screen. Thinkorswim is a very complex trading platform, which is why it is also amazing, but we just need to take our time to fully understand all of the capabilities this platform has. This video is going to talk about the foundation and everything that you need to know to get started with trading. I did film this video originally for a private community, but there is a lot of valuable information in here, so I just want to go ahead and share this on my YouTube, share it with you, hopefully help somebody who is starting out with trading on Thinkorswim. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the description of this video to that community. The community is Traders Club Worldwide. It is a community of traders who are taught to trade like professional traders. So if you like what you see in this video and in this tutorial, go ahead and click on that link to learn more about Traders Club Worldwide and how you can get started trading with a team. So let's just get into this tutorial so you can start trading on Thinkorswim. One thing to note is that you have to log in separately whether you are going to your live trading account or your paper money account. This is your Thinkorswim trading platform. And this is where we are going to place all of our trades, execute on all of our trades, view the markets, and mark up our charts. In this top area, these are going to be all of your different tabs that we are going to go through. The first is your monitor tab. Under activity and positions, once you have placed a trade, this is where all of those trades are going to be viewable. I haven't placed any trades on this account yet, so there isn't any data available to be viewed. But this is where you will view all of your open positions and trades. On the account statement tab, this is where you will get an idea of your account summary, how much money you have in your account and your buying power, as well as your trade history with executed trades and order history with placed orders. Back up on the top tabs, under this trade tab, this is where you're going to be able to view your options chain and all of your different contracts here. We are currently on SPY, so we do have options contracts for every day of the week, and you can go ahead and view your different options. And down at the bottom, you can view today's options statistics, as well as options time and sales and product depth. The next tab that is going to be important for us is this Market Watch tab. This is where we are able to view our index watch, and we like to pull this up for the S&P with the S&P 100 to view how the overall markets are looking for the day. And last but not least is going to be our charts tab, which this is where you are going to be able to view your actual trading chart. As you can see, mine is pretty marked up here, but this is what it is going to look like. I have it here on my daily time frame, but you can edit these time frames and select whichever you are looking to view. Up in this top right corner on this grid, if you select the grid, you can actually open up multiple time frames at once. And as you see here, I have mine on the daily time frame as well as the 1 hour, 30-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute, and 1 minute. But again, you can change these throughout any of these boxes and have your charts all linked so that whatever I mark up here can also go down here. Now, take some time to familiarize yourself with all of the different tabs in the Thinkorswim platform. Just get used to it, see what's going on, click around a little bit, and I am going to show you how to actually set up your screen. All right, so how to actually set up your Thinkorswim trading charts and your trading screen. So your screen probably looks like this right now. So let's go ahead and set up our chart first. So come on up to the top and click charts. So now we need to select a symbol to start. Let's go ahead and just do this on SPY. So in this top left corner, come on in and type SPY. If you triple click with your mouse, it should center you on the chart. All right. First thing that you are going to do and that you need to be aware of is this top right corner, this setup button. Under application settings, it is going to have all of your general account settings. So let's go through this and make sure that we have everything that we need. First thing under System on the left side, I want you to make sure that you have selected real-time data with no delay. And then under Look and Feel, you can go ahead and select whatever type of look and feel you would like. I personally like the dark screen and the medium font. Now under Display, another thing that can be really helpful is under this color price ticks, go ahead and click Position Statement and Account Statement, and this is going to make it so you can see the red and green, kind of like on this left-hand side, within your open positions. Once that is done, you can go ahead and click Apply Settings, and that should load everything up as you have. All right, so your chart probably looks like this, which this is the default chart setup, but now let's go ahead and customize it to how we are going to need it to trade. So first thing that you are going to do is edit our chart settings. Come on up to the top right-hand side and click this settings button right here. This is how you're going to access all of your general chart settings. Under general, this is where you can either have your orders showing, your trades showing, as well as snapping your drawings to the open, high, lower, close, which is what I like to do, and synchronizing my crosshairs across all of my charts. You also want to make sure you have the time zone selected where you will be trading. For me, that is Eastern Standard Time. And next, we are going to come on up to time axis, which if you see all of these extra vertical lines, I don't like to have any of those. So you can unselect rollover lines, expiration on Fridays, and the one that I do like to keep is my year marking lines. You can also view your favorited timeframes and edit any of those here, as well as our appearance settings. If you would like to have your bullish candlesticks filled in green, which I do, go ahead and click Fill Up. I like to keep my cross on. That way, when I'm viewing the chart, I can see what price we are looking at that time, but I do not like to have my grid on the background. So let's go ahead and unselect that. Under equities, options, and futures, this is where we can have our extended hours selected to be shown. So go ahead and select those. And if you would like them highlighted, you can highlight them as well. For now, we do not need the volume subgraph, so go ahead and unselect that. And you want to make sure you do this on each of these here, and all of this can also be added back later. But once you are done with all of that, go ahead and click Apply, and we should see the changes made on our chart. All right, okay. Beautiful. Now we have a nice, clean chart to work with. And the next thing that we are going to do is go ahead and add our different indicators. On Thinkorswim, the indicators are called studies. The easiest way to view these and add them to your chart is in this top right area. You can go ahead and click Studies, but if you have a mouse and you right click, you can also access them that way. Let's come on and select Studies, and we are going to add the indicators that we use. We trade using 2 moving averages and RSI, so let's go ahead and get those added. Come on down and hover over moving averages and then moving average exponential. Hover over the moving average. When it highlights, right click and click Edit. We trade using the 50-day moving average. So let's go ahead and select 50 under length. And we are always going to make our 50-day green. Go ahead and click Apply, and you should see that change made. And the other moving average that we use is the 200-day moving average. So let's go back to Studies, add Studies, moving averages, moving average exponential, hover over until it highlights, right click, edit, and change this length to 200. And your 200-day should always be red. Go ahead and apply and click OK. And now you can see here our 200-day moving average as well as our 50-day moving average. The last indicator that we use is the RSI. So let's go add that. Hover over Studies, add a study. This is going to be found under Momentum Studies, M through S, and RSI. Go ahead and click that. And now that has loaded up at the bottom of our screen. We need to edit this and make it a little bit easier to view. So let's hover over until it highlights, right click, edit. And I personally like to keep everything white and clean. We do not need different colors or indications when we are in overbought versus oversold territory. So just go ahead and make everything nice and clean to your preference. The only other thing that we need to do here, or that I like to do, is make my width a 2, just a little bit easier to view. But once that's done, you can click apply and OK, and your chart should look a little something like mine. The next thing that is really helpful is to have all of your tools easily accessible, which if you see here, I have all of the tools that I use most often and on a daily basis located on the top of my screen for easy access. Another way that you can access these drawing tools is if you have a handheld mouse, you can center click on the scroll button and this loads all of your drawing tools, as well as in this bottom right corner right here, you can see all of the drawing tools. If you want to add them to the top of your screen, you should see a settings button up here to configure these, and you can just add them and click and drag to your preference. I like the pan tool, which this is how you move around and scroll through your charts. The pointer is how we can zoom in on our charts in certain locations and certain price points. The trend line, price level, which is your horizontal line, rectangle, and Fibonacci retracements. So once you have all of that organized to your preference, go ahead and click done. And then you can either pin or unpin these so that they're easily accessible up here. Now, as you can see, I have the daily time frame loaded up here, but it is very helpful to be able to view multiple time frames at once. So Thinkorswim allows us to make a grid and have different time frames viewable at the same time. I like to use this 6-grid screen, and I have mine on the daily. I personally like to change this either to the 4-hour or the 1 hour. Over here, either the 1 hour or the 30-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute, and 1 minute. You want to make sure that all of your different chart grids are linked to the same number. So I have mine all on number 1. Once this is done, you want to make sure that you save your trading screen that we just worked so hard to create. So maximize the cell that you were working on originally, come on up to setup, and you are going to want to save your workspace and create a name for that. I have mine under options trading workspace and click save. All right, so as you can see here, it has loaded up my options trading workspace, and go ahead and just make sure all of your grids have that same workspace with your 2 indicators and your RSI. So now that you have your grid set up and your chart set up, we are going to talk about a couple more buttons. On this right-hand side, you can view your options chain if you click on it, all different parts of the platform to have access to while you are on your chart screen. The next thing that we need to look at is this left-hand side of the screen, and yours probably looks a little bit different than mine, but this is where you can add different watch lists. You can add news. If you click the plus add gadget in the bottom left, you can see all of the different gadgets that you can add, whether you want your account info up top or live news, all different things. I personally like to keep it nice and clean with my watch list, my news, and my account information. But go ahead and select what you would like to see over here. And that way it is always viewable. When you click on this, your chart should populate as long as you have it linked all to the same number. Now, the next thing that I want to do is come up to the trade tab up here, and I want to make sure that you have the correct order for your options chain to view. How we are going to set this up under this button on the top right here, go ahead and click Customize Column Sets. Now, this is where we can change all of the different columns that we view in our options chain. For us, go ahead and do gamma, type that in, and then you'll drag it over. Then go ahead and drag over theta, delta, open interest, and volume. Once that's all done, you can save this as a saved column set and click OK. Now your options chain should look like mine, where you can view your gamma, theta, delta, open interest, volume, bid, and ask. That is everything that you need to set up your Thinkorswim trading platform screen. Your screen should look like mine. Again, it is a very complex trading platform that takes time and practice to navigate, but you have the basics and a solid foundation now to get started trading with Thinkorswim.